everyone, and welcome once again to another video for the channel. On this occasion, I bring you Alien Evolution Review, the best Ben 10 mod of 2025, an incredible mod that is in development, but that today promises to be one of the most ambitious projects. The Ben 10, having very high level modeling and animations. But before starting, let me ask you please, you subscribe and leave your like, since that will be helping me a lot to continue uploading content like this every week. And if you would like to help me a little more, you can become a member of the channel, where you will have excellent benefits such as emotes, exclusive greetings at the end of each video, and watch the videos long before they come out. You won't deny that the latter doesn't interest you, but well, without anything else to say, now yes, let's go for the video. Good. First of all, this mod is called Alien Evolution, which, as I mentioned, is in development. And no, it doesn't mean it's not finished, since everything I'm going to show you below, yes, it can be obtained in survival without any problem. However, what is certain is that this will be updated, adding more content from time to time, such as aliens, mechanics or animation improvements, and something else. And it is that this mod will not be as easy to install as others, since it will necessarily require some dependencies. I will be showing you all this at the end of the review. But first things first, we will have new structures in our world, which will be very important. But obviously, the first one we should find is this one. Huge spaceship. Inside this we can find a chest. But besides this, the most important thing, it will be the main object for the creation of the Omnitrix. You just have to get close to it to be able to pick it up. Something curious about this core, it won't be green like the one in the original series, but we'll have a probability of having any other type of color. Something we can change later. Now, once we have it, we will need a series of objects for the creation of our Omnitrix. So, let's go step by step. First of all, we will need the new titanium mineral, which we can find in mines, or also in chests of the new structures. And speaking of structures, we can also find this type of craters for our world, which will be containing the Omnitrix capsule. Although on this occasion, we will only be finding minerals. Among them, the most important and the one we came to look for, it is the Galvan scrap, with which we can now create the Galvan plate. And gathering all the previous materials, we will be able to create the Galvan circuit, with which we can create our first Omnitrix. And once we have it, we just have to right-click to put it. And be careful that just like in the original series, we won't be able to take it off. Instead, now this new button will appear, which it will function as a kind of skill tree. As you will be seeing now, at the bottom we will have the Omnitrix menu, where we will even have a progress bar. And this, it will work very similar to an experience bar. Now, you may be wondering, how are we supposed to get points to be able to improve the Omnitrix? These points, we can obtain them at the time of use. Yes, a fairly simple task, but it will be a system that will be much better understood with the aliens. Because yes, all the aliens, they will also have a skill system. So good, we will show one by one all the aliens we have on the clock to this day. Good, to be able to use it, we will first activate the V key. And as you will be seeing, the animations on the watch itself are on another level. And to be able to be used, you just have to left click on it. And the first alien we will be seeing will be Ghostly, which is base skills. They will have the ability to fly. If we go to the menu, now, we will be seeing one on the Omnitrix button. Now, he will have changed to ghost form. And just as I told you, we will have a ton of new skills to unlock them. And now very different to improve the level of the clock. On this occasion, to level up the aliens, we will have to finish off enemies as you will be seeing. At the bottom, we will be at level 0. But if we start killing creatures, the level will be rising. That is, if we only kill peaceful creatures, the level will be much lower. we return to the skill tree. And here we can choose either of the two paths. In the end, we will be able to activate all the powers. And obviously, I'm not going to show them all. The abilities of aliens. Because if I do this video, it would take too long. But well, to be able to activate said skills. Once you unlock them all, on the right side we will see some buttons. In this case, we will only have the invisibility ability, which will be working instantly, just by pressing that key. And that would be the basic operation of transformations. The next alien we will have will be gray matter, which is true to the series. It will be the smallest alien we have on the watch. But Wiro, gray matter isn't the smallest alien in Ben 10. It seems you're forgetting about the nanomechs.
Cállese a la verga.
Which, unfortunately, people, I don't quite understand how this gentleman works. So if anyone knows, you can leave it to me in the comments. But curiously, yes, it will have a mid-range attack. With his tongue, continuing with the next alien, this will definitely be one of the most powerful and useful. It is precisely about fire that we are talking about. One of the most classic aliens from Ben 1.0. If we right-click, we will be attacking with fireballs. But if we also press the V key, we can create a powerful ray of fire. Although curiously, this will not be visible. Continuing, we will have what for me. It is the best design of the entire mod. We are talking about XL8. When pressing the V key, we can go up the weak levels with the mouse wheel. Speed in addition to doing so, we will be putting on his classic helmet. And this one, just like the series, will be one of the fastest aliens that we will have on the clock. Even also, counting with the ability to run on water. Another of the most iconic aliens from Ben 10 is undoubtedly a diamond, which only by being transformed will already be providing you with enormous strength, being comparable to carrying a diamond sword. If we press the V key, we will be able to create a lot of diamond blocks. Although, of course, they won't be the classic Minecraft blocks. Just imagine how broken that would be. That will not be an infinite bar, since we will have a certain limit. The next one will be Insectoid, one of the most useful we can ever have. If we right-click, we will be able to spit out a slime-like slime. But obviously, his best skill will be flying, having a speed quite similar to the Elytra, in addition to which we will also be able to control it easily with the movement of the mouse. The following will surely be a favorite of many. We are talking about for arms. This being the most powerful melee alien. Being able to kill zombies in such a small way, only 2 hits. If we press the V key, we will be pulling a huge rock out of the ground. And that curiously, we will be able to launch. Just look at that power. And not only will we have an enormous force, but it will also be quite fast. Being, in my opinion, one of the most aliens. Complete of the whole clock. And here I'm going to ask you to put the brightness to maximum, because we will have a beast, which like the original series will be totally blind, only being able to guide himself by his other senses. And yes, it can be a little annoying, but once you get used to it, this can be quite useful, especially when going to the mine. This will have great strength and speed. Besides, to have the ability to bite. The next alien we'll have on the list will be Ultra T, one of those who has the designs most epic of the entire series. Although sadly, Minecraft has not been able to bring it to the present day on a good path. Or at least that's what it seems. Because if we were to place ourselves on top of a lightning rod, and then we activate the M key ability, we will have possessed said tool, with which we will not only have changed our appearance, but also, we will have a lot of new skills, which obviously will have to do with the rays themselves. This is one of the reasons why I say this may be one of the best Ben 10 mods, because very few have managed to create something as creative as what they did with Ultra T, since it is very possible that this alien is the most powerful so far. And finally, we will have Elementor. Don't wait, it wasn't like that. And finally, we will have Aquatic, being one of the aliens with designs most epic of the entire series. And be careful, things don't end there. Well, very faithful to the series. If we stay out of the water, we will be losing oxygen. But curiously, if we stay within this, not only will we stay hydrated, but it will also have grown for us a mermaid or fish fin. However you want to see it, one of the best options, and what you want, is to explore the seas quickly and safely. And finally, some extra details just because. This watch holds some more secrets. Well, you've probably realized that. Apart from the transformations button, we will have another one. If we get to pressure him, a code will appear to us. We can find this code in the following structures. First, we will have the self-destruct code, which can be found in this structure. We can find them naturally in our world, and they will usually be quite common. However, what interests us is not found on the surface, but rather underground. In this small place, we will find some chests with treasures, and the self-destruct code, being a kind of yellow tablet, in which, on the other hand, we will have the structure, which will be saving the master control code. Also, what will be of interest to us? It will be what is found at the bottom. And this, it will have an appearance that will be very reminiscent of Trials, chambers that were the 1.21 update. Well, we'll have a ton of hidden chests, and also new enemies. But what will interest us, as I said, it will be the master control board, which will be found in the chest of this enormous structure. You'll see, they won't deny me, this structure is quite epic. Once we collect enough tablets, we must do the following. Just by holding them in your hand, we will have to right-click on each of these, which will not be releasing a code number. Random, and yes, this will depend entirely on your luck. So it is very possible that you are going to take a long time in getting all the code, or also steal the code that I'm going to show in this video. No, I don't think so. I'm sure you are good people. Wink wink once you have the complete code. Let's hit the B key. In this part, we choose the numbers we want. We right-click to continue. And just when we get to the last number, the account is going to be reset. That means we did it correctly. That's another little thing, and that is, as I told you, they are still polishing some things. So the master control will be a little bit limited. Given in other words, we will only have one advantage. In this case, when we transform into some alien, this will last forever. Although unfortunately, nor will we be able to transform ourselves, at least until today. But wait, there's more. We still have to talk of a unique look that this mob will be bringing. It is precisely the personalization. For this, we will require help from the following table, which we can create in this way. Or also, find it in the Master Control dungeon. If we place it on a villager, this is going to be a Galvan scientist, which you may be able to sell as different types of glass. Ingredients needed for customization. Now, returning to the mine, we will also be able to find this new type of mineral, which, at the time of cooking, will be giving us these new ingots, with which we can create different types of modules. Well, for this example, we are going to use these three, since this way they will be able to differentiate them better. Well then, if we go back to the B key, and instead of entering some code, let's hit the B key. With this, the customization function will be activated, where we will have the primary module, the secondary, and the brilliant. In the case of primary and secondary, only, they will work to change the color of the aliens. In this case, we are going to right-click on the blue module, while in the secondary, we are going to put the red. And finally, in the brightness module, we are going to put the yellow, which will only work to change the appearance of the Omnitrix, or at least in this case, its brightness. Let's choose an alien that has a uniform. And as you can see now, the color of their clothes will have changed due to the colors we have chosen. This curiously won't be any near, because if we return to the table again, and we place the Omnitrix, in this now, it will have been activated for us, the advanced level of customization, which will have a rather curious way of doing it. Since all we will have to do is just right-click with some mineral in hand to any of the buttons. And yes, this really works, since for example, we are going to give this function, We give him the mineral, and as you will be seeing, the color of the Omnitrix wheel will have changed. Let's try one more time. Let's give it a try this time on the watch strap. With the color red. And yes, people, this actually works perfectly. Being, at least in my opinion, one of the most common ways to customize tools. Striking that I have seen. And well, to finish, here comes a little tip for you to be able to install this mod correctly. We are now on the mod page, which, by the way, as always, I leave it in the description and we'll see. All what you need to do is simply press this button, where he will be telling us all the mods that we will have to install for it to work properly. And if it is not enough for you, well, look at the description itself. Here we will have the links to download them. And as for downloading the mod itself, well, you simply have to give it the Files section and click on these 3 points to be able to download it. Yes, please. Make sure it is the version you are playing on. And with all this, I only have to ask you, what did you think of this mod? Which of all the aliens seen in this video was your favorite? Would you like us to bring upcoming updates of this mod? Or even what other types of videos you would like to watch coming soon to the channel? I'll be reading you in the comments. Well guys, I hope you liked it, that they are fun, which is the most important thing for me. If you liked the video, I would ask you to please leave your like. You will comment what you thought of this video. What other types of videos would you like to see on the channel? And also subscribe. That this is very important. Remember that Humongouser is overrated. And see you in the next video, bye.